It's time for GMA3. Tomato prices soaring at the supermarket. Why they're rising so quickly, why they could go even higher, and what it means for some of our other favorites like sauces and ketchup. Happy homecoming.
Perfect bullseye splashdown.
The Artemis II crew celebrating their return to Earth.
I have not processed what we just did, and I'm afraid to start even trying.
Now, what's next for the 4 record-setting astronauts? And what the NASA administrator is telling us about the future after the successful mission. And the doctor is in.
Awesome!
Scrubs star Sarah Chalke is here, talking about the beloved show's revival and what it's like being back together ahead of this week's finale. It's time for GMA3.
I'm no Superman.
Well, we love Scrubs, and we can't wait to talk to Sarah Chalke. Hello, everyone. I'm Rhiannon Alley.
And I'm Will Reed, alongside Stephanie Ramos. So glad to start your week with you on this Monday.
Yes, happy Monday. Coming up here on GMA3 tonight is the WNBA draft, and there's a lot of intrigue at the top of the draft with no clear number one. And we've got our all-star team from ESPN here to break it all down for us.
Yes. They're just the best.
Yes,
Looking
they
forward
are.
to that for sure. We have a lot going on here on this Monday. It's Deals and Steals Superfan Week. Tori Johnson here with Nicole from New Jersey, a diehard Deals fan. They're bringing us bargains on beauty and much more. That is ahead. They're great pals already.
We're going to start, though, with the latest driver of grocery inflation. We're talking tomatoes. Prices of tomatoes, yes, are skyrocketing. And Elizabeth Schulze joins us with more on why this is happening. Hey, Elizabeth, good afternoon.
Hey, Rhiannon. So you say tomato, I say inflation. The new inflation report shows that the price of tomatoes is going up faster now than any other food group. Overall grocery prices were up about 2% in March compared to a year ago. Fruits and vegetables as a category were up 4%, but tomatoes have surged 23%. When you look at the retail price, fresh tomatoes will now cost you, on average, $2.26 a pound. That is the highest in 8 years. So a key explanation here is tariffs. About 2/3 of all of the fresh tomatoes that Americans consume are imported, and the vast majority are from Mexico. Well, right now, there are still steep 17% tariffs on those Mexican imports, and we import more during the winter and spring. So prices could keep going up from here. Tomatoes are transported across the country on trucks that run on diesel. Diesel is very quickly approaching an all-time high now, about 20 cents away from the record $5.80 a gallon, Rhiannon.
And Elizabeth, what about other foods that use tomatoes? We know pasta sauce, ketchup. Will we see the prices for those foods go up as well?
So the good news is that those canned tomatoes are not subject to the same steep tariffs, Rhiannon. Foods like pizza, pasta that use those tomato sauces are a little bit less at risk of price increases. Also, the latest inflation report does show that the cost of another key ingredient in those foods, cheese, of course, is actually down about 4% over the past year, guys.
All right. Not the greatest news for tomato lovers, but we'll have to take it. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Now to the homecoming for the historic Artemis II crew back on Earth after traveling deeper into space than any other humans. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is here with what's next for the 4 astronauts. We cannot get enough of Artemis II. We've been talking about it.
Yes.
My son is obsessed. His science class is obsessed.
Oh, yeah?
They want to know
Good.
more.
All right, maybe a little bit of an astronaut here.
Maybe.
Absolutely. So if that remarkable journey around the moon and back wasn't enough, wait till you hear their beautiful reflections here. These astronauts are now sharing messages of gratitude, friendship, family, and unity after making so much history. After the splashdown seen around the world.
A perfect bullseye splashdown.
Capping off that historic and incredible 10-day mission to the moon and back. The crew of Artemis II is finally home, arriving back in Houston to a hero's welcome over the weekend and speaking publicly for the first time since completing the momentous feat.
I have not processed what we just did, and I'm afraid to start even trying. When this started on April 3rd, I wanted to thank God in public, and I want to thank God again, because even bigger than my challenge trying to describe what we went through, the gratitude of seeing what we saw, doing what we did, and being with who I was with, it's too big to just be in one body.
The astronauts' families waiting there to greet them. Pilot Victor Glover and Commander Reed Weissman sharing heartwarming photos of their reunions, both with the caption, "Mission Complete." With an eye to the future, Administrator Jared Isaacman telling our Michael Strahan there's no better time to be at NASA.
Let's get America back in the business of launching moon rockets. And when you get back to the moon, don't just do it for the flags and footprints. Build the base, establish the enduring presence for all its scientific value, to be the technological proving ground for all the skills we're going to have to master to someday send astronauts to Mars and bring them back home safely. And we have the resources to do it under the Working Family Tax Cut Act. So we got the mandate, the resources. We have a successful mission, Artemis II, under our belt. We are just getting going.
Now with the 4 back on solid ground and receiving their medical clearances, a chance to reflect on this once-in-a-lifetime journey.
It's a special thing to be a human, and it's a special thing to be on planet Earth. Thank you.
Oh, such a beautiful moment right there. And it wasn't just the crew's human family and friends who welcomed them back to Earth. I want you to look at this. That's out the window there of the USS Mirtha during the recovery mission. And yeah, it's a little alien, an inflatable one, maybe, who knows. Social media spotted the visitor and the post just went absolutely viral. I mean, so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so cool to see how much they've bonded over this.
I think that's what's most special about this.
Yeah. What a great crew. What a great story for humanity, well told by Gio. Thank you so much.
And you too, there,
please.
San Diego.
I stood at the beach and listened for a sonic boom that never came, but I was proud and relieved nonetheless. Thank you so much, Gio. We are going to turn now to the thrilling finish at the Masters. Rory McIlroy becoming just the 4th golfer ever to win consecutive green jackets, and he certainly made things interesting.
It's back-to-back green jackets for Rory McIlroy, the 36-year-old making history at the Masters.
Rory is a rare repeat winner at Augusta.
Just the 4th player ever to successfully defend golf's biggest title, joining Jack Nicklaus, Sir Nick Faldo, and Tiger Woods. McIlroy celebrating, embracing a very special spectator, his 5-year-old daughter, Poppy. The win wasn't a walk in the park. Despite holding the largest 36-hole lead in Masters history, McIlroy stumbled in the 3rd round. McIlroy entering Sunday tied for first with American Cam Young. 4 different players at one point holding or sharing the lead.
This is trouble.
In a final dramatic twist, this drive on the last hole heading way right and putting extra pressure on McIlroy.
He's trying to compose himself. He's already getting emotional about it.
Rory keeping his nerve and his narrow lead, winning by just 1 stroke. A year after completing the career Grand Slam, the now 6-time major champion says this is only the beginning.
The Masters tournament continues to be the shining light of tournament golf, of the majors. It's absolutely incredible.
Absolutely incredible is right. He went all those years without being able to win the Masters and complete the Grand Slam, and then he wins last year to make that piece of history. Then he says, hey, let's run it back.
What a roller coaster.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, he was up 6 strokes and then, squandered that. And
he didn't really squander it because he finished at 12 under, which is where he was at the 36 hole. Just other people caught up to him, but not enough. But well done to Rory.
Yeah.
Really a great tournament. I hope you all enjoyed it. And coming up, I hope you enjoy this. We got everything you need to know ahead of tonight's WNBA draft. We got some superstars in the house. ESPN's Malika Andrews and Shanae Ogumake. They are here. They're dunking on each other. They're going to get us ready. All right, back now with the growing excitement for tonight's WNBA draft. The league and fans and we here are fired up for the W's 30th season, and we are extra fired up because we are joined here on the couch with Malika Andrews and Shanae Ogumake. They will be part of ESPN's live coverage of the event. Welcome to these two superstars.
Thank you for having us.
We love having you.
And then you go, yeah.
We're going to blow out our coverage here. We're going to go 2 segments. We're going to start with you, Shanae, right off the top, because you uniquely know what tonight is going to feel like for these players. You were the first overall pick back in 2014. So what's going through everyone's minds right now in the hours leading up to the draft, and then what does it feel like to actually get picked?
It's a combination of nerves and excitement because you don't know where you're going to go. But honestly, looking back on 2014, many moons ago.
There it is.
Oh, God. Okay, so let me tell you about the fit really quick. Went with my mom to Steinmart. Shout out to Steinmart. But now these ladies are walking the runway. They're wearing designers, so I'm very happy for them. But it's the most magical moment, honestly, of your life. You're 22, 23 years old, and this is something you've been working for ever since you picked up a basketball for the first time. For me, it was 10, and I was actually blessed and fortunate to see see my older sister get drafted #1, and she sort of set the goal for me to be able to do the same thing. So I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I blacked out a little bit. I heard my name and I was like, oh my gosh. And then she, just like right here, she pat me on the back and said, go get your jersey.
That's you.
But it's really cool. And only in the WNBA is where you can go from, playing in a national championship and then 8 days later get drafted. These women are truly superheroes. Yeah.
And let's start with you, Malika, because this year's draft is much different than previous years. So tell us what's new this year.
So this year, there's no consensus #1 pick, right? When you look at the last 3 years, we knew that it was going to be Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, even Aaliyah Boston the year before. We knew that they were going to hear their name most likely called #1 overall. And this year, there's really 3 different players that have a very realistic shot at being the #1 pick. So let's just run through them really quickly, right? Let's start with Azzi Fudd, who is purely the best shooter
the people's princess.
in the draft. The people's princess, exactly. We could hear her name called first tonight going to the Dallas Wings. Another option here, Olivia Miles, right? She's the best passer in this draft. Or could they go with Awa Pham Thiam, right? Who is a big, who is incredibly talented, who's incredibly athletic, and something that the Wings roster has needed historically in the past.
Yeah, I agree. The crazy thing is that actually all 3 of these players are truly specialists. We talk about the best shooter, the best passer, and the best big, and so it's going to be exciting to see what the Dallas Wings do.
And Awa's never been to New York City before this weekend, right? So she played a game in Spain. She flew here a little bit later, and then she's going back to Spain to compete in the playoffs after she is drafted in the WNBA, which is a really unique and impressive
And
thing.
she has tremendous upside because she's only 19 years old.
Oh, wow.
So you can draft her and really develop her for the long term. So the Dallas Wings have options. Now, the Dallas Wings, their GM is my former coach, Kurt Miller.
Has
so
he
I want to
told
call
you?
him and be like, spill the tea.
Yeah.
He has not. He's keeping it close to chest.
Yeah. And this draft, is it expected to be different than previous years?
Yeah, I think it will be a little bit different, and it's largely because of UCLA. They have the opportunity to have 5 players at minimum drafted from one team,
A record.
which feels like it's absolutely a record. So to me, that's special. But also, you think about UCLA, they just won, and it's rare that you see all of them up their stock at this point. Just 2 weeks from the draft. Everyone knows Lauren Betts. She's a model. She's amazing. She's 6'7". She's an All-American. But Gabriella, oh my God.
You gave me the okay.
All tournament long. I would say she's 6'7", and Drea would look at me like, 6'7". But she's 6'7" and super talented. She's a beast on the floor. Gabriella Hawkes, whose brother plays actually for the Miami Heat, who's a baller.
Jaime.
Basketball in his DNA. Kiki Rice, who's tremendous. She's having a career year. The list goes on and on. Angela Dugalich, who's a 6'4" guard. So UCLA is showing out from 8 days ago winning a national championship to now potentially in this draft.
So much to watch.
There really is, and there's so much more to talk about here on GMA3.
Don't
go
go anywhere.
nowhere, Malika and Shanae, because we have much more in the WNBA just ahead. They will be back, so you stay where you are.
As promised, we are back now with more on the WNBA. We talked about the draft. Now let's get into some of the other issues surrounding the league in this big offseason. Malika and Shanae are back. Shanae, I want to start with you. Let's talk about the WNBA bargaining collective agreement. What does that mean for incoming rookies right now?
Honestly, it was transformational. It was truly special. Not too long ago, you guys saw my older sister, Nneka, who's president of the Players Association, be here on GMA and celebrate how historic and transformational the agreement is. And I do believe that the WNBA draft is a perfect example of it because these rookies are going to be making $400,000, $300,000. That's more than the max player did on the last CBA. And so to be able to see the rapid growth and them being taken care of financially, but also it opens the door to how it's historic, not just for women's basketball, but women's sports overall, from facilities to the family planning benefits. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was super happy because I didn't even realize at the end of the day that I got a check as a retired player. I had to call my sister and I was like, wait, hold on, you're taking care of the veterans, those who paved the way? And she said, you're welcome, sis. So yeah, it's really special to see, especially the rookies being taken care of, more even so than the star players the years past.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about some of the big trades and things that have been happening in the offseason, especially Angel Reese going to Atlanta. I think a lot of fans were shocked. Chicago fans were really upset. What do you make of all this?
It's okay for Chicago fans to be upset. That was a franchise cornerstone that was traded, and there was a lot of questions as to what she was traded for. But on the Atlanta side of all this, I don't know that there is a player that makes more sense for the dream than Angel Reese. The city as well well as the franchise, right? When you're talking about them trying to take the next steps in the postseason, but also in terms of the demographics of Atlanta. And there are going to be little black girls that are in Atlanta now that are going to get to find a new hero in Angel Reese. And she's talked about how important that is to her. So it's not only a fit on the court, it's a fit off of it as well.
In the little time we have left, we're going to do a rapid fire round. Malika, we'll start with you.
All right, we're
going to start with you. Which teams have made the best moves so far this offseason?
Dallas.
Dallas is good. I think Chicago in return actually has a pretty stacked roster as well.
I like that.
Yeah.
Rapid-ish. Okay.
Let's go back to the draft before we go, because we're running out of time. Back to the draft. Who do each of you think is #1 pick tonight?
3, 2, 1.
Awa.
All right.
They don't agree.
Some dissension in the ranks here between Malika and Shanae. We are so happy to have you here. You're just rays of sunshine, and you know what you're talking about. It is the absolute best to have you here. Thank you for being here. And they will be covering the WNBA draft tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. And coming up, we're celebrating Deals and Steals superfans. Tori has Nicole from New Jersey alongside her. We're going to meet her, get some major savings on beauty, apparel, and more. Go nowhere. Welcome back to GMA3. Tomorrow on GMA, Hacks stars Jean Smart and Hannah Einbinder are here to talk about the final season of their amazing show. And we're all going to eat well on Wednesday. Our friend Michael Simon is here cooking, and he's going to tell us about his new show. And also on Wednesday, Spruce Up for Spring. Rory B is here with great decorating tips for your home. Now over to Rhiannon and Steph.
Going to be a great week, Will. Thank you. Now to Tori Johnson with Deals and Steals Superfans Week. Every day, superfans from all over the country will join us here to bring you terrific savings. And today's superfan is Nicole from New Jersey. Nicole, welcome. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
Okay, so what makes you a superfan of Deals and Steals?
This woman right here, Tori. 50% off.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
She saves lots of money.
Yes. Nicole sent us lists and lists and lists and lists of what she's purchased.
Oh, wow.
I told her that it would be a competition between her house and Sal's house to determine who has more deals and steals. All right, so
she's going to love these.
Coffee. We all love coffee. You chose caramel.
Yes.
So what we love about Javi is that you get this one right here, these little bottles, is a concentrate, up to 35 servings of coffee. You can make iced or hot.
Ooh.
No machine, no problem. Just like super craveable, easy to make. 30,000 positive reviews on these concentrates. So this is a real deal. And no garbage ingredients in them, which is also great. You can also make their protein coffees.
I was going to say, I see protein here.
Yes, they're protein coffees. You can make an iced beverage with incredible amount of caffeine and also whey protein. So depending on the type of beverage you prefer, we've got lots of options, 50% off plus
free shipping.
Yay!
Free shipping.
Okay, Grace and Able. This is one that Nicole owns many of.
Yes. So I am a court reporter. I've been court reporting for 30 years, and I have like a lot of hand pain, and it's awful. And I got these little guys, and I have multiple pairs. I leave them around the house, and because they're fingerless, I can still type and do my job. So these are godsends.
I really love hands. Them. Really great for anyone who has neuropathy, hand pain, trigger finger, anything that's going to make it difficult to be able to use your hands. This one right here is a gel pack. Yep. So is this. We've got them. This one could be for a knee, ankle, wrist. So you pop that in the freezer.
Feels nice.
Yes, and it's also going to help with swelling. Everything from Grace and Able today is half price.
Do you have this one too?
No, but I don't have the sleeve, so I'll be getting them today.
I think so.
She's adding to cart. Lana Lips, another Nicole favorite.
Yes.
These are
the lip gloss?
Yes. So tell us what you love.
Okay, so the lip balms are great, the lip jellies, the lip scrub. Okay. So you know how your lips get real dry from makeup and stuff?
On your phone. So you can be cool with your phone case.
Yeah, I don't have that, so I'm gonna need that.
We'll hook you up.
Put it on your list.
But that the lip scrub is really good. Like you can just gently exfoliate your lips and get that dead skin off, and that's great. That's really great.
Lotion.
And that actually will protect your hands all
day long.
There's
a little bit
and it takes 10 minutes for it to do its job.
Moisturizing and all 50% off.
Oh, this is fantastic.
All right.
too.
We love a beauty device. So we've got a lot of options from PMD. This one right here, red light therapy. So you've got cleaning, sonic cleaning on one side, red light therapy on the other. We also have their acne device. So this is blue light on this side, cleansing on this side. It's a sonic vibration. We also have, for that one. When it touches against your skin, you can see that the light comes on.
That's a big one.
This is for body cleansing.
Maybe in the
so
shower.
you can use it both ways. Vibration in the shower for that one. Sonic vibration. And we also have their PMD Microderm as well. So all of these, maybe yours might not be on. But it's one side is that one is. You feel it. You feel it quickly. Everything from PMD. These have phenomenal reviews. 50% off plus from PMD.
Free shipping.
We got it.
All right, Nicole, you brought the deals today.
So we've got a lovely assortment. Where's the one that you chose? Right over here.
That one.
That's cute.
Yeah, you own Malibu Sky.
Yes.
Look at this. Let her do a little super
and I actually was at a ball game yesterday, so I took my Malibu Sky so I could, just
doesn't weigh you down.
Yeah,
so
it's not bulky.
Doesn't weigh you down. Lots of fun details. Yes, all vegan. You know that too. Plus, just lots of really beautiful details on there. So your little bag packs a lot of punch. All of these $24 plus
free shipping.
From
that's a huge savings.
That's a huge savings.
Good deal.
And then finally, you've got some nieces.
Yes.
Who you said are going to be
Talia and Kaylee.
Yeah, they're going to be able to up the sales at their lemonade stand when Auntie comes home with some of these from Sweet Wink. We've got tutus, capes. We also have from them brand new these little totes and hats that are so cute that kids actually want to wear them because they're so cute. But what I love about this is it's a no-itch tool, and none of the embellishments leave a trail. So this glitter's not going to come off. Cute mother-daughter team. Everything slashed in half. Every option here, $10 to $20.
Wow.
I love it.
You did it.
You are amazing. Thank you, Tori and Nicole. We partner with all of these companies on these great products. You can get them at GMAdeals.com, and the QR code you see right there, it takes you straight there. It's so easy. Tori's back tomorrow with another super fan. This one is from North Carolina.
It's gonna be hard to top.
I know. No one can top Nicole, but they're all going to be good. I know it. With more deals on beauty and much more. Don't go anywhere because Scrub star Sarah Chalke is here. We're going to talk to her about the new season.
Back now with actress Sarah Chalke. She's here with a sneak peek at this week's season finale of the hit show Scrubs, which recently returned 25 years after it first premiered. Sarah, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. How has it been to get back in the hospital, as it were, with this amazing cast?
It's crazy. I mean, we started 25 years ago. Zach and Donald and I were like 24, 25, and 26 when we first started. And so we grew up our whole 20s on that show and just became best friends. So to come back and do it again this much later, we knew it was going to be fun, and then it ended up being like even way better than we could have imagined.
Great.
And you guys taped the show in Vancouver, which is your hometown, so that's really convenient. That's fantastic. And you have some real life doctors in your family. Is that right? Do you ever reach out to them for tips or to share storylines?
Yeah, for sure. So my little sister's a doctor, and she was, a kid when we first started. She taught Donald's son how to walk in the old Scrubs hospital. She's a doctor. My niece is in her last year of medical school. My nephew's thinking of going into it. So yeah, I'll constantly call them and be like, wait, I'm learning lines. And sometimes it's easier to understand, like if you have some frame of reference for the medical jargon to remember it. But yeah, it's really fun since my niece is like going through all of the just rounds and all the stages of being in real hospitals now. She's constantly like talking to them to give storylines, and it's great.
That is wonderful. Okay, let's show a clip.
You said that I made you feel like quitting. That would be a real failure on my part if you did. But I would also be failing as a teacher if I didn't hold you accountable for your mistakes.
I know I messed up. I was just afraid it meant I wasn't good enough to be here, so I blamed you. And I'm really sorry.
Come here. It's okay. You come across a lot more confident.
That's just a part of my brand.
I love your character so much. And you actually have 2 kids in real life. You have a 9-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old son. Do they give you notes about things from the show, or what is their feedback to their mama?
Because we were shooting in Vancouver, it was actually really fun to get to share it with them, and they came to the set a bunch. And my littlest, who's 9, would sit at Video Village with the directors and the producer, and props would give her a clipboard, and she would give Zach and Donald and I notes after takes. And we're not talking like one note. Like I came around the corner, she had like a full page after one take. She's like, Mom, less facial expressions. Donald, I thought that was very funny how you said it, but I did think it was rude that you told the patient that he didn't look very good. And Zach was like, well, that's a script note, so we're gonna have to keep that for now, but we'll let the writers know that that's how you feel. So it was super fun because they got to kind of experience like all the different departments. My daughter would come into the hair and makeup trailer and her head would explode with all of the lipstick and gloss and makeup, and it was super fun.
What an amazing experience for them and for you, and to share that together. Now, we understand that you may be a little accident prone, and there's evidence of this throughout the season. What's going on there?
Well, Elliot is definitely super clumsy, and that did come from me. Bill Lawrence is very good at taking traits and from our own life and stories from our own life and putting them in the show. So it's kind of how Elliot became so clumsy over the years. I would call our producer and the OG Scrubs and be like, I'm gonna have to be behind the hospital bed in this and not walking because I'm in a boot or my ankle or limbo injury. And so yes, in this season, the day before we started shooting, I did fall hiking the dogs, running down the backside of a mountain. So I came to work and I was like, guys, I'm sorry. So I had to have them buddy taped. So I'm like this, and it's an Easter egg in a lot of the many first episodes. If you look, my hands like 2 fingers taped together.
You didn't want to just write that in on the last second. You're like, all right, they'll either notice it or they won't.
Totally.
I love that.
Sorry, go ahead, Sammy.
What's been the best part of getting back together with the cast and filming again?
I think there's 2 parts to it. I mean, obviously, like, to have gotten to work on a job once in your life where you love the people and the part, the character and the show is so rare. So to get to do it again was extremely lucky. So kind of the biggest thing is just being back with everyone. I mean, it was a couple of years ago, I was like, I just want to do a comedy like Scrubs, that felt like Scrubs, that shoots in Vancouver. And then we're actually doing Scrubs in Vancouver, which is insane, really lucky. But there's nothing like being on a comedy set, and especially one like Scrubs. It's such a collaborative atmosphere that Bill Lawrence had created right from the get, where we were given so much creative freedom. We'd always get one exactly as it was on the page, and then he'd be like, oh, like, your lines, I told you so, do an I told you so song and dance instead. Everyone's so supportive of each other, so it's like you can kind of know that you can fail and try something, it doesn't work, they won't use it. So to do comedy in an environment like that, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, what a dream. Thank you so much, Sarah. We appreciate you being here. And The Scrubs season finale airs Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC, streams the next day on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. And coming up, we're talking to the stars of Beaches, a new musical. It's now on Broadway and in just moments on GMA3.
We are back. Do you hear that music? We're back with Beaches, a new musical that just started at the Majestic Theater on Broadway. First it was a novel, and then a movie, Beaches. And this show is just a touching take on loyalty and friendship that's withstood the test of time. Jessica Vosk and Kelli Barrett are the stars of the show, and they are here with us here in studio.
We did it. We made it. Yeah.
You made it. You did it. Gosh, this show, I am so excited to see this show. What is it like to play these characters? It's such a classic story.
It's an honor and a privilege to be able to bring these characters to life. Our show is mostly based off of the book. I play Roberta Birdie, and she plays Cece Bloom. And these are beloved characters, especially from the film. So it's a high expectation, but it's also a great privilege.
Yeah, I mean, dare I say, whenever you're like, and Bette Midler originated the role, you're like, oh God, no. But Bette Midler in my life has remained one of my biggest inspirations since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, in seeing the film when I was a kid, my mom introduced me to it like you would any film that you can sob to in that era. Mm. And I just became enamored with Bette Midler and everything that she did since then. So it's a very cool pinch me moment to get to do this on stage and make it my own.
Yeah, a pinch me moment, but I mean, CeCe Bloom, this is an iconic character that means so much to so many people.
Yeah.
You even sang Wind Beneath My Wings this morning on GMA.
I did.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful. Were you nervous at all taking on this role? Like you said, Bette Midler originated it.
I mean, yeah. The thing about strong, fantastic women like Bette Midler is that when you are a person like myself or any woman who has wanted that type of career, she's one of the people who paved the road for it to even happen for somebody like me to want to do something with comedy and with emotional arc and be able to really, belt my buns off. So all of that exists because of her, and there's total nerves that come with it, but I like to try and reframe it into a sense of, gosh, how do I use this to bring people into this show who might not know what it is yet, and then they come and see themselves in it and in that character of a gal who's just gritty and trying to make it and makes lots of mistakes, but I think these characters are relatable in that way. So yes, I'm nervous all the time.
And Kelly, Beaches is such an emotional story. How does performing in character impact you personally, emotionally, each night out on stage?
Yeah, it's a really interesting journey that I get to take. Basically, having to say goodbye to my daughter, and then all of a sudden, CeCe brings her back. And so there is a journey that I take as an actress every day, sort of saying goodbye to something, and then when little Harper is the actress who plays Nina runs on, it's like you get one more day with the person you've already said goodbye to. So it does change the way I move through my life, because I do feel like I'm savoring more than I ever have before. I'm really leaning into joy in a different way, because I have to take that journey every night. But it's great. What a privilege that we get to take these journeys, and that I get to tell the story, because this is a story that belongs to a lot of people. A lot of people have gone through this kind of suffering and this kind of loss. And so it's with great responsibility and great pride that I do it every night.
And Beaches starts off as a friendship between these two young girls. You each have a mini-me.
Oh, boy, do we ever.
What is it like working with these young actors?
Oh, it is a whole bag of tricks. It's amazing. First of all, I call the little CeCe. She's like in her 40s already. She's a 10-year-old. Okay,
she's 10 years old.
She's a Long Island chain smoker.
Yes, we call her. Yes, but she's so with it. The jokes that she tells me every single day. I mean, she reads me for filth like anybody would. I mean, and I look at her and I go, is this me? So it could not be better casting. And they're so professional, and it's hard to do 8 shows a week when you're 10 years old and a Broadway show. I mean, I have no idea what I would do if I was offered that chance, but boy, are they pros. I believe we told you this, they've created a whole newspaper for us that happens.
Not only are they active, but they're also distributing a newsletter.
A newsletter bi-weekly. Yeah, a bi-weekly newsletter, yeah.
Handwritten?
Handwritten. Wow. Okay, it's got different.
For the cast and crew.
To the cast and crew.
And printed by their guardian, Anna, every week. Yep. She writes it up.
She writes, and they put it all down. Some things are misspelled, but that's what makes it great. And then there's one little area of who cursed the most this week. I've taken that home. Yes, I have. I have. As a Jersey girl, I wear this with pride.
There's a banana that keeps moving.
Yeah,
it was on a stairwell, but it was
stuff.
on a heater. So who's moving the banana?
Serious stuff.
Is a big
mystery for our time.
Yeah, a mystery for our time.
It sounds like they keep it really fun on set.
It's really, cool. It's very sweet, and they're also kids too. So sometimes when you think like, well, this girl, she's been around the block a couple times. She's 10 years old. Then she'll come to you with like, is this okay if I do this thing? And then you're like, okay, well, my heart just exploded.
And they never complain. They're never tired. They sort of remind you of like how to stay present.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Congratulations to you both. Cannot wait to see you both
Thank you very
Beaches.
much.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Tickets to Beaches, a new musical, on sale right now. We'll be right back. Yay!
Thank you so much for watching.
Have a great day.
Yes, we will see you tomorrow. What a fun show.
A lot going on.
It's a lot.
Good stuff. Bye.